what happened on Wednesday. Treasury bills market pushed the bond market a little bit away. Remember, Tuesday, we had just about 88 billion naira in total transactions, treasury bills at the FMDQ exchange. Player exchange, OTC Securities Exchange. Then we came in through yesterday to 111.9, about 112 billion, and pushing Naira bond in terms of total value down from about 8 billion to just a little over 3 billion naira. So it's a bit of the treasury is taking the centerpiece, even though yields a bit soft. What about this all? So let's talk to the gentleman from FMDQ exchange place. That's where he's joining us from. He's from FSDH Merchant Bank. Chukuma, let's talk to you this morning. Thanks for coming through on the program.
Hi, boss, and thanks for having me.
Oh, you seem to like that. The treasury is elbowing bonds away at the secondary window, because that's where the real action is, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, what we've seen in the markets lately, I think, especially in the bonds market, we have seen the market basically reprice. And when I say reprice, that would be due to what's the news we got about the likelihood of an increase in the budget happening pretty soon. And why we're seeing that repricing is because we expect the increase in the budget to take care of the provision for the promissory notes, which are to be issued this year, about 3.4 trillion, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 3.4 trillion. And obviously that will be staggered across the rest of the year. Secondly, for the first time, the DMO has come out to say they will be issuing a 30-year bond, which will see the yield curve pretty much expand. And with much more supply like that in the market, we expect prices basically to drop, which in turn will make yields go higher. So I can't confidently say we've had a sell-off in the bonds market. What we've practically seen is pretty much market players repricing to the news of all that's been happening in the bonds market. Yesterday, we saw yields.
Yes, Chukuma, sorry.
Yesterday.
Yes, treasury market is where the party is right now at the moment. Am I wrong?
Well,
you know.
You're not entirely wrong, to be honest. Yesterday we saw much of interest in the short and the mid-term tenors. Not much activity seen on the long-term maturities. So as a result of the interest seen on the short and the medium term, we saw yields compress to about 15 basis points, basically. So today we have about 33 billion maturing. So there's the expectation that CBN might come in to mop up that amount in the system. Already we have about 49 billion currently in the system. So there's the news of the retail FX funding happening today. So we expect a few people to come in. I'll probably say like a sell-off, basically. So we expect to see yields go higher in our markets, especially on the short-term maturities.
Okay, it's a busy day with if we have an open market operations and of course the FX at the same time from the central bank. So liquidity is going to be a little bit tight today,
Yep.
most likely.
Yes.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Ibuche, we appreciate your time from FSDH Merchant Bank, one of the investment banks on Broad Street. So still sticking with Broad Street is where our stock market, is this a dead cat bounce? Yesterday, the stock market finished just a little bit in a positive region, 0.12%. We're still below the 30,000 level at the All-Share Index, and the equity cap still below the 11 trillion naira, which we lost sometime last week. So let's get Temple Ashajo in here to wrap up the program for us live from the stock exchange trading floor on Customs Street. Temple, good morning. Coming here on the program, this is your market. Is this an idea? Is this an indication yesterday that the market would turn positive? Like the last 2 weeks, we see a bit of positive readings on Fridays, but this time it's coming through on Wednesday. Is this a pullback of the bears for the bulls to show their nose at least?
Well, I think it just signals some kind of a recovery, a bit of a price correction trying to set into the market because we're beginning to see a bit of bargain hunting as well in the market lately. The fact that a couple of companies that were on offer yesterday, CCNN is a good example. Transcore, which experienced some huge volume sales yesterday, was on bid. So all of these, and the fact that we saw some 24 gainers yesterday compared to 18 losers, and compared to what we've been seeing in recent times that actually dragged the market into the red. Yesterday, all of that put together kind of signals a bit of a recovery. However, we are likely to still see the mixed session, coming on board, because yesterday turnover was around 19% in the market. So today, we expect to see a bit of a mixed trading session, see the same kind of sideways trading that we saw prevailing in the market yesterday. But today, it should come as well with a little bit of a positive bias going forward. Of course, there's basically no catalyst in the market right now. Everyone is just waiting, watching to see how something spectacular that will come in, even if it's company specific. That will certainly drive up performance in the markets going forward, Bosun.
Yes, but again, once the banking sector moved up yesterday about 0.5%, oil and gas with that big jump by very small cap, Eternal Oil, giving that sector 0.26%, it looks like investors perhaps say, look, I think we've punished this market enough. Let's begin to, like you said, reprice these assets, even if it's on a company basis, and move on and shake off the past, move to a higher level as far as trading is concerned.
So a lot of companies are currently trading at their support level and, of course, at their resistance level. Once things get to that stage, what investors or traders here will be pushing will be to put it on offer. And if it goes on offer, then you see them repricing, like as you said, and then they come on board. It's going to be difficult right now because everyone has actually tried to do a lot of portfolio rebalancing. You've sold off, you've reduced your holdings in some companies. You then have asked your fund managers to please look at the most lucrative treasury bills for me, and then you put in some money there. But you still have money still been lying fallow there. You need to put these funds somewhere, because as a typical investor, you don't keep your funds stagnant. You have to continue to look for space to put it. So it just comes to bargain hunting. You talk to these, or you push for these, you bargain at this level, and if it comes your way that way, then you put it. If it's to your advantage, you put down your fund. And what you do next is just wait for some few trading sessions. If that pushes for, if you see some capital appreciation there, then you take profit and exit, and then look for other alternatives as well. So that's basically what you'll continue to see going forward, pending when the Q1 numbers starts trickling in, because we have seen a lot of companies now declaring, notifying the stock exchange about their close period, and of course their board meeting. One of the latest we have right now, the trading or the portal rather of the NSE, is that of FBN Holdings, which is even yet to release its FY 2018. But today rather, it has been announced as the close period for Q1 audited numbers ahead of the meeting of the board members, which will happen any moment from now, Bosun.
Okay, thank you, Temple. Money never sleeps, and this is where business and news never sleeps. That's Channels Television, Nigeria's news leader. We'll see you again tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the show. We're back in tonight's 24 hours.